Here's another look at Catherine Byrne confronting Mike Pence tonight.
My name is Catherine, and I am a military mom. My son is currently serving in the U.S. Air Force.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
My question for you, Mr. Pence, is time and time again, Trump has disrespected our nation's armed forces and veterans, and his disrespect for Mr. Khan and his family is just unacceptable. Will there ever be a point in time when you're able to look at Trump in the eye and tell him enough is enough?
Well, I thank you for the question. It's all right. It's all right. Folks, that's what freedom looks like, and that's what freedom sounds like, okay? Let me just say, first, I want to honor your son's service to the country and your family's service to the country. I truly do, man.
Joining us now, Catherine Byrne, the military mother who you just saw there, confronting Donald Trump's running mate, Mike Pence. Catherine Byrne, thank you very much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it. Boy, that crowd turned on you awfully fast. As soon as you announced that you were a military mother, you got a cheer from them. But as soon as you mentioned the word Khan, you got a much bigger boo from them. Did the whole place turn against you in that moment?
Yes, I did. It did. I felt like everybody behind me, and yes, the whole room just, they talked over me. It all of a sudden just everybody booed.
What did it feel like standing up there confronting a vice presidential candidate on this issue?
Well, I knew that it was going to take bravery to mention Mr. Khan's name in that audience. So I was ready, and I was there for a while. But it was my opportunity to ask the candidates candid questions that are important to me. And if I get those opportunities, I'm going to do that. I live in Carson City, so the town hall was relatively close by, and I had the day off, so I was able to make it.
And you'd written out your comments that you intended to ask him. It seemed like you were reading from a piece of paper.
Yes, the question, I worked very hard at getting the absolute right question. I'm concerned about respect in general.
And have you
respect for our military.
Have you had a chance to talk to your son in the military about what's happened over the last few days involving the Khan family?
No, I haven't. Our contact, I just keep with him, is purely personal. I don't really involve in the happenings that are going on outside of our lives of just being a mother and a son.
And what was your reaction watching this weekend to the Donald Trump attack on Mr. and Mrs. Khan just overtaking our news?
You know, it was really, really upsetting to me. And especially a mother-to-mother to comment on criticizing her actions or whatever, lack of whatever, it was really painful. It was painful to me to listen to all that, and I cried a lot, and it's just really upsetting to me to compare, you know, the level of what your sacrifice is. You know, when you lose a child, there's nothing to compare to that.
And what was your reaction to Mike Pence's response to you tonight?
You know, I was very thankful to him that I thought that he was respectful to me as an individual, and I really thank him for that. But basically, that's about all I really got out of that, was that I thought he was respectful to me.
And so what happened in the room there after you asked your question and you're still, and he dealt with it, you're still
I'm still
left,
there, yeah.
You're still
I just
left
took my
in this
seat
big
and sat
room
down.
with a bunch of people who don't feel very good about you.
You know, once I sat down, nobody really came up to me and said anything you know, hateful or hurtful to me. I got more people coming up to me and saying thank you for my courage.
So there were some people there then who weren't booing and who privately thanked you.
Right, yes.
Right.
I was thanked privately quite a bit.
Catherine Byrne, thank you.
That it was courage, that it was the courage. And they were Republicans, so they were all Trump supporters, and that, you know, that it took courage to do that.
Well, they are right to thank you for your courage and thank your son for his courage in the military. And Catherine Byrne, thank you very much for joining us tonight on short notice. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thanks for having me.